Well, hello. My name is Coach Lamont Odoms. I'm host and creator of Your Required Living. I wanted to take this time out to thank you for watching our pilot. In this pilot, you're not only going to find more information out about what Your Required Living is all about, but you're also going to learn a little bit about me. So I do thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy.
Now, what is YRL? Well, I know you're asking that very question right now. So since I feel you pulling on me right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to answer your question. Your Required Living. They're daily motivational, inspirational messages, 90 seconds in length, which are infused into your morning and evening news programs. They're 90 seconds in length, so it won't take away from what your news department has to deliver, which is news. But at the same time, it gives your viewers something different, a new outlook on life. It gives them information that they can apply to their lives, to their households, so that they can make necessary changes which will enhance their lives. Now just imagine, news story after news story after news story. That's what you're reporting. Now we understand in this industry that a lot of the news that you're reporting is negative. Well, it's not your fault. You just have to deliver the information that we need. We have to know what's going on around our world and in what's going on within our communities. So YRL offers your viewers something unique, positivity, a positive message that they can apply to their lives so that they can enhance their lives, live their dreams, make changes in their relationships, changes in their job opportunities, or even finances. We cover a multitude of things with YRL. And at the same time too, just imagine the impact that it will have on your station, the appreciation that your viewers will have because you've decided to make an impact on their lives. That's more than just the news that you deliver. So we can partner. We can do something special, something that's never been done before, and we can offer your viewers what they need most, change. That's what YRL is about.
I'm rolling record.
I got this. What? You just had to say that one, didn't you? You heard how she said it's take 3, right?
Who am I? Well, I think I caught a glimpse of who I was at the age of 7. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. I am the product of a single family household. And raised by my mom, I remember 2 lessons that she always taught us. First of all, she always would say to us, if you can see it, you can be it. And the other thing that she taught me was dream without limitations. That is something that I have built the foundation of my life upon, dreaming without limitations. I remember she worked for WXYZ in Detroit. It's an ABC affiliate. And she would bring my brother and I to the studio on Saturday mornings, and first thing I would do is I would take off running for the studio. I would stand in front of the camera and I would talk to the world. Well, I don't know who I was reaching that day, but I understood the power of media and I understood the power of the camera. And it was from that moment that I caught what my mother would say was the TV bug. As other kids would come home from school and they would watch Tom and Jerry, the Brady Bunch, or the Flintstones, I was watching Phil Donahue. I hosted a television show in my living room called 30 Minutes. Every day, faithfully for 30 minutes, I would interview 3 stuffed animals, a teacher, a janitor, and a race car driver. Still don't understand where the race car driver came in. But I would sit there and I would literally try to pull the best story out of those stuffed animals. Well, they didn't talk back, but I kept talking. Nothing stopped me from talking because I knew that me talking was just lighting that passion inside of me to come up with words, energy that would help people, whatever phase of life that they were in. You know, I went through a lot in my life. Growing up and being homeless, the product of not having a father in the house, but those were obstacles that I was determined to overcome. And I learned so many lessons of endurability. You can endure, you can win if you just continue to push. There are so many things that inspire me, but the things that personally inspire me and make me a better man is being married to my wife. I've been married to my wife now for 16 years. And out of that, we have 6 beautiful children and 4 beautiful grandchildren That's right, you can look at me and you can't guess my age. But you know, those are the people that inspire me. But it goes even further than that. I'm inspired by the faces of everyday people. I'm inspired by the stories that I hear of people who want more but don't know how to get to more. And that's what I believe that YRL offers. Households are waiting for something that can inspire them, something that can pull the passion out of them. And I just thank God that this idea fell on my lap and I'm able to deliver it to you. I guess that's who I am. That was a joke, yeah. Y'all need to loosen up something. Y'all so serious, man.
We gotta make sure we're doing our jobs right.
Man, please.
Good morning. Hey, it's Coach Lamont here. In just a few moments, I'm going to tell you how you can redefine faith and how you can make faith work for your dream right here. Do you have faith? Well, before you answer that question, let's redefine what faith is, because we've been taught that faith is a religious experience, but faith is actually something that's greater than that. It's the inner power to believe that anything is possible. It's that inner power that gives you the ability to manifest anything big in your life. Now, I want you to start to think about the big, that thing that you've desired and you've hoped for so long. Well, that's where faith goes, because faith needs you to hold a mental picture so that it can bring that very thing to life. Now, check this out. There are 5, and I repeat, 5 powers that I call the 5 powers of faith, okay? Because faith needs focus, it needs your action, it needs your innovation, it needs your time, and it also needs you to create new habits. Now, that's easy to remember, right? F-A-I-T-H, faith. So focus, when you are focusing in on something and you say, this is my big, coach, this is the very thing that I believe is possible for me to bring to life. And when you put that behind action and that innovative thing that says there's nothing like this that exists today, and I know that it is my time to do it. And when you put the time and effort in it and you create new habits, you're going to make anything big happen in your life. Hey, this is your coach reminding you that it is possible, but you got to pull the faith out to make it happen. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Coach here. Hey, do you have a disorder where you're constantly being in your own way and preventing you from getting to the next level in your life? Well, I'm going to not only tell you what it is that you have, but how you can get over it, coming up. You know, many years ago, I had a bully. Have you ever had a bully?
Yes.
Have you ever had an enemy that you had to face? Well, you know what? One day I stood up to the bully, I stood up to the enemy, and I told them no more. You know who that person was? It was this guy right here. That day I was determined to get into my own face and to tell myself enough was enough. See, I discovered this problem because every time I took a step forward and I saw a great opportunity, I would see myself leaning back saying it's not for me. Have you ever done that? I know I've done that. And you know, I discovered at that moment that I had a disease called ennuyeitis. Ennuyeitis is when you continuously stand in your way and prevent yourself from achieving some of the greatest things that you were built and created to achieve. Now, inside of you is a you that knows that there's a better version of you that you can become. But then there's a you that's content and says, why do we have to be better? Why don't we just remain where we are? We've all been there. We've all had to face that giant in our lives. David had to face Goliath. Don't you think it's time for you to face you? Don't you think it's time for you to stand in the mirror and say, ennuyeitis, I no longer want you in my life. So you have to determine today, are you going to listen to your enemy or listen to your champion? That's who you have to become, the champion that's inside of you. Hey, and it goes for you too, just as it goes for these ladies. This is Coach reminding you, ennuyeitis is real, but victory is too. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Coach Lamont here. Hey, I have a question for you to sleep on tonight. Where's the wealthiest place in the world? Well, it may not be where you're thinking, but I'll tell you tomorrow here on Your Required Living. A professor once asked her class an amazing question. The question, where's the wealthiest place in the world?
Well, many of their responses are probably similar to the responses you're thinking right now. Many said Africa because of its rich jewels and minerals. Others said the Middle East because of oil. Others were patriotic. They said America because of our great freedoms. Others made it personal. They said their hearts because of their dreams and their memories. Well, they were all amazed when the professor told them that they were all incorrect. The wealthiest place in the world, she said, is the place that I'm standing right now, the cemetery. You may ask, well, Coach, why the cemetery? The reason is simple. There were books that were never written. There were movies that were never scripted, directed, nor brought to screen. Cures to diseases that were never brought to fruition. The reason is because people had these ideas but did not believe that they were possible. So what did they do? They brought them to the grave. Hey, as your coach, I want to remind you that your dreams are to be lived out here, not here. So just remember this, that the greatest dream that you have is the greatest possibility that we will gain once you live it. Hey, this is your coach reminding you that it is possible. I'll see you tomorrow. I was smiling. Oh, what? It was a late night tease, man.
We can put a little sparkle on here.
You know. Your Required Living is more than just a daily video, but it's also a tool to help your viewers change. And we continue this process of change by bringing your station's website to life. When your viewer misses the opportunity to see the YRL message of the day during your station's newscast, your station can replay the message on your station's website. But we don't only stop there with just the message. We also bring some other tools into play. With our daily blog, we expand upon the message of the day, giving your viewers the full experience. But we don't stop there. We'll also provide some daily self-coaching tools, some questions and tips that your viewers can answer and apply to their lives to keep their lives moving in the right direction. With our Expert Corner, your viewers will have the opportunity to hear from some of the leading industry minds today in wellness, motivation, inspiration, and also finance. And if that's not enough, the connection tools, that gives your viewers the opportunity to stay connected with one another. We'll take our YRL and your station's cause letters, we'll combine them into a hashtag so that your viewers can stay connected on some of the most powerful and innovative social media platforms today. So with Your Required Living, it's more than a video, but it's a lifestyle.
What's the law of the greater you?
The law of the greater you is this, as simple as this. And please, don't ask me to repeat this. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. There is a you inside of you that's greater than the you that you're walking in every day.
Woo.
That you desires to be the you that you see every day when you look in the mirror, but you continuously stand in the position of that you, telling that you is not good enough right now. So then what happens is the you that's inside of you that wants to live that excellent life that's inside of you tells the you that you are right now that it is possible. The you that you are right now tells that you that's inside of you that it's not possible. And when you listen to the you that you are right now that is willing and able to move out the way so the you inside of you can become the you that you want to be, then that's when you know that you've overcome in your wayitis.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I heard a story yesterday that really just inspired me, and it made so much sense to me. There are two different types of thinking, and I'm going to relate it to two birds that you've always heard of: vulture thinking and eagle thinking. Now, the vulture is an animal that literally just eats dead. So it waits for something else to die, and then it goes and it begins to eat upon it.
Yes.
So wrong thinking is concentrating and eating on dead things, things that will never ever get you anywhere in your life. If you're constantly just bringing these mental thoughts into you and you're thinking on these mental thoughts and you're thinking about things that are just dead, things that have no life, things that have no hope, things that have no clarity for your life, then you're going to be grounded and stuck. Versus the ego, which is absolutely different because the ego eats on living things. And the ego is just an animal that has the ability to soar higher than any other bird. And the reason is because what it eats, what its diet is. So if you want to go higher here in life, you got to eat living thoughts, things that bring hope, things that bring peace, things that bring joy to you, and things that bring promise into your life. Colonies of ants. What's really cool is that if you want to learn a lot about thought syndrome and negative thought syndrome, you look at a colony of ants. Because what ants do is that they'll send out 1, 2, maybe 3 scouts, they call them. And they'll go out and they'll seek for food. And what they'll do is that they'll create a path. After they find the food source, they'll create a path back that will draw other ants to that food source. And that's what negative thoughts do. Once you let one in, you're going to create a path that will allow many other negative thoughts to come. And then that's what I call the thought nesting. And thought nesting is what leads to that 3D thinking, I call it. When we're reflecting on the past is that woulda, coulda, and shoulda. And then it'll lead to that present that says I won't, I don't, and I can't. And then it'll lead to the future that said I wish I would, I wish I could, and I wish I should. So right now, what I ask you as your coach, I want you to start to think about what level of 3D thinking are you at? Are you always reflecting on the woulda, coulda, shoulda? And if that's the case, then you are plagued with ants and you have an ant issue.
We are on your side. Coach Lamont here with his always
Yes.
great advice and his shopping cart.
That is right.
This is a nice one.
Thank you to my friends from Food Lion. Thank you very much.
You don't
for the
know
cart.
that you helped Coach today, but you did.
May not know it. I hope it's not some manager out there counting the cards like, okay, what is missing? We're going to find it.
Oh, they found it, and you better bring it back after the show. I know that you will. You are a good, honest man. Why do we have the cart here today?
It relates to life. It relates to life, and what we like to use are things that we use on a daily basis to show us a picture all the time, right?
Okay.
So a shopping cart shows us an example of what life looks like.
What do you
And I
mean?
know you're waiting.
I'm waiting.
All right, well, you know, we categorize life in 3 different, departments or
Okay.
compartments.
Okay.
What is sacred to us? What do we usually put here? What do women put here?
My purse, my
Exactly,
phone.
and your kid.
Well, not mine, but some women, I'm sure,
Some
put their
women.
children there.
So you put your children here because this is what's sacred. Your purse, that's what's sacred. It's what you protect.
Yeah.
Here is what you need, and under here is what doesn't fit. So now,
This is good.
so what we do is that we always take the things that are important to us and we keep those things close to us. The things that we need in our lives, we find an area for that. But what we need to do is we need to eliminate the things that just don't fit. And when we're able to get the things that don't fit out of our lives, then we're able to clear up more room for the things we need and the things that will then become even more sacred to us.
That's good. I like it. I love the way you're doing this. You're using a movie that we probably all watched for sure over Christmas, A Christmas Story.
You know what? After watching A Christmas Story for the 5th time, 50th time, I said there has to be something motivational here. So I got out the notepad and just started jotting down some things that I believe the 14 things we need to prepare ourselves for to have the best 2014.
Okay, I want to make sure we get through them all. So let's
Yes.
start with number 1. Don't be afraid to ask for what you really want in 2014.
Don't be afraid to ask for what you really want. The power there is the word ask. You gotta ask. Remember Ralphie, he had a hard time asking at the beginning for what he really wanted. So after he got the boldness up to ask for what he wanted, things happened for him and he eventually got the gun that he wanted.
Sometimes just asking is all it takes.
Sometimes asking is all it takes because how can you get anything unless you ask for it? So that is the key component in 2014. Ask and you will receive.
Okay, if it doesn't fit, don't wear it.
Hey, remember Randy? He put on the snowsuit and he couldn't put his arms down. Sometimes you have to remember that people will try to dress you in things and words and negative thoughts. If it does not fit who you are and where you're going, do not wear it.
Okay.
Don't put it on.
Number 3, prepare your wish list.
Prepare your wish list. Ralphie put his wish list together. He knew exactly what he wanted. You need to put a list together of the 14 things you want to accomplish in 2014 and work that list, and that list will work for you.
Don't expect others to be excited about the things that you are excited about.
You know, that is one of the things that I believe dampens so many people's hopes, is that we get excited about things, and then when we try to get that same excitement from other people, people aren't excited. Think about Ralphie. He wanted the BB gun, the Red Ryder BB gun. Everywhere he went, what happened? People were denying him. They said it couldn't, you wasn't going to get it. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. And then it dampened his hopes. And if you allow people to dampen your hopes, you're going to have a horrible year.
Daydreaming accomplishes nothing. Only action will get it done.
Hey, stop daydreaming. Stop thinking about all the things you wish you could have, this and that. Unless you put action behind it, nothing will happen. Remember, Ralphie had a very extended imagination. And that is what it's going to take in 2014 to make things happen.
Eyes are the lamp to your soul. Be prepared for what sits in the window of your life.
What you put your eyes on and what you focus on most is going to happen for you. Remember the lamp. Fragile, must be Italian. What you put your eyes on is going to be drawn to you, so make sure you're looking at the right things.
A single eye, single focus will eliminate all distractions. Don't shoot your eye out.
Don't shoot your eye out. Stay single-eyed, single-focused. So many times we look at 50,000 things we want to do one thing at a time and watch what happens.
All right, all right. If you find yourself saying something negative about yourself or others, stick your tongue to a frozen pole or put soap in your mouth.
Stop talking negative about people. Stop complaining. Stop talking about your own life. Stop talking about all the things that are horrible about your life. Start speaking of the things that are positive. Think of the things that you are expecting to happen, the good things, and watch what happens. This is one of the things that holds up so many people. Watch what you say in 2014.
Expect the expected to decode the hidden messages in your life.
That's right. Remember the little orphan Andy Decoder? He didn't like the message. Sometimes you have to expect some of the things that may happen in your life. There's always a hidden message there, and look for the hidden message.
There comes a time when you have to stop running and beat what's beating you.
Man, when he laid that dude out, and he was saying a lot of stuff too. It was some words I think I understood what he was saying. But sometimes you have to get to the, not sometimes, I eliminate that. All the time. You have to get in the bully's face. Whatever has been bullying you in 2013, knock it out before you get to 2014.
We have about a minute left, and this one's really big. Leave no doors open. It will lead to regret.
You know what? It's time to close doors. You already know the doors that are open in your life. It's time to close those doors, to eliminate those doors. Remember, Ralphie, after he had gone outside and he shot and ricocheted and almost shot his eye out, he left the door open. That's how the Bumpus' dogs got in. So you need to close the door so that the things that are open and that have hindered you the most don't follow you in 2014.
You said the Bumpus' dogs. You say uninvited guests should never sit at the table of your life.
You know what? If people don't respect you, if people don't honor you, if people don't look forward to the things that you have in life to offer, you don't need to bring them into your life. You need to eliminate that right now. Surround yourself with people that will celebrate you, not people that will tolerate you.
The people you expect to do it for you are the wrong people. Depend on the right people.
Depend on the right people. I think many of us can agree with this. You have already in 2013, you've already probably generated a list of the people that you know you can depend on. Those are the people that you need to depend on. Simple as that.
Okay, that's easy. And the last one, be bold. If you aim to hit your target and miss, get back up. It's not over.
You know, so many people set resolutions, but I am against resolutions. I think that you should already start with solutions, things that you already know that you need to eliminate. Sometimes the word resolution means that if you fall off the wagon, I'm going to just keep on going with the wagon. No. If you fall off, get back up, aim, and you will hit.
Hey, well, I hope you enjoyed Your Required Living, and I hope you are also able to see what makes this so unique and so special. Well, myself or one of our representatives would love the opportunity to answer any questions that you may have. So we look forward to talking to you, and most importantly, we look forward to partnering with you. We'll talk soon.